So Donald Trump believes he is innocent. He didn't believe it, but he's going to keep saying it. So let's look at his June. We did it already, but some things have changed. Mueller has spoken. And did not say he exonerated the president. So, as I peer out the window, there's an American flag waving across the street. So interesting. So, Donald Trump's June. Let's give it a look. Judgment. Now is the beginning of the end. When Michael Cohen testified is what I said, and we're moving, we keep moving and keep moving towards justice and judgment, justice and judgment, justice and judgment. And then the Eight of Cups pops up, and then the Nine of Swords pops up, and then the Eight of Swords pops up. Right now we got judgment. Then you, King of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. So there's a money woman around you who could also be in the fire. Page of Wands. There's news about the both of you. Page of Pentacles. Oh no, that's not the page. That's the High Priestess. I was reading that backwards. I'm looking in the camera trying to read it. And the High Priestess. Yeah, around you and the money woman is secrets. So this might be Ivanka in the Trump Tower thing, and she might be on the hook, and you might be on the hook. At the very least, there's news that comes out about the both of you, or you and a money woman. So there could be a expose that attaches you to somebody of means. The World. Completion. So, I think in June, something will come to a head to where it's done. Like if you're going to open an impeachment inquiry, it's going to be based off something completed. So you have enough information on whatever, X, Y, and Z. And then after your information on X, Y, and Z, it meets your, I guess, your standard for these proceedings, then you will go forth after June and do something else. But right now, something is coming to a completion in June, in the middle of June, around 13, 14 to 17. So, Two of Cups, cooperation is in the fear. So you want someone to testify and you know they're not going to. More than likely the president or someone in his family, like Don Jr. The hopes, the Nine of Cups. Did you get what you want? Basically, this is my desires and wishes card. So something that you want is for whoever this is to testify, and they're more than likely not going to. And the environment is, there it is, the Nine of Swords. So after the completion, the stress and the worry sets in. This man is not doing any work. That's why he hasn't aged like most presidents do. And then again, he's also, how do you say, he's not natural. So his skin color is not natural. His hair color is not natural. He's not natural. So he's Not natural. So there you go. um, I wonder how that dynamic would work with a female president. Because we judge the way the male president looks in saying he's aged, like George Bush and Barack Obama. We say, oh, they aged, 12 years in 4 years or 8 years. But they already judge women on how they look anyway. So will this be harsher if you have? More than likely. Because, that's the way society is. Behind the scenes, the 9 of Wands. Now, isn't that interesting? So around your stress and your worry, this is in your environment, and your stress and your worry, we go with the uphill battle. So this is more than likely finances. Because that's the thing that he is sort of in an uphill battle on, is his finances. Like, he can't keep them out of the courts. He can't keep basically anything out of the courts' hands or Congress' hands. So your word of warning, Donald Trump, is the 4 of Swords. Now is the time of action. If you choose to try to let other people handle this, it's not going to go well. Not to mention, 4 of Swords is also a card of rest and relaxation. You haven't done a lot of work. So they can't even say you're an effective president. Fox News is calling you a patriot, so they haven't turned on you yet. 10 of Wands. Interesting. That's your word of solace. So hard work. We'll go with hard work. That's not what it is. What it is like I said, this is just going to take longer to explain this. The reason why I just went with the hard work. The saying is God answers all prayers, and sometimes the answer is no. So, the tarot will always answer you. Sometimes it's just saying, I don't feel like it. I don't want to talk about it. Here is all I got. Like you say, well, what's nice about such and such? And then I get like, the Tower. And then you think, well, actually, what's nice? And sometimes the tarot is saying, this is all I got. Your word of solace is not solace. It's burden. This is all I got for you. I mean, things cannot look up for you when they're not up to look. So there you go. You get the burden card in your word of solace, because all I can tell you is life sucks, shit happens, here you go. That's all I got. 3 of Pentacles. It's about that money. Like I said back here, your uphill battle is about the money, its connections, where you got it, who you got it from, who are you giving it to. Which is why you're probably tied to this person and the secrets, this money woman. The Trump Tower Moscow thing is being investigated, so is the inauguration. And your precious daughter was involved in both. So, let's look a little more. Oh my God, these people. The Magician pops out, and Justice pops out. That almost popped out in the World. What is that? The Empress and the Page of Cups. There's a new battle. I think this is the beginning of the end. What I just got was when that Page of Cups pops out and the Empress, there is a new emotion. So now his children are in the crosshairs, metaphorically speaking. And so they are now a target of investigators. They're a target of news, all the talking heads. So now is the time, because this is what I said a long time ago. He's not going to run for president because he's going to say he needs to be there for his family when, that's just a bunch of bushnickas. But still, that's going to be his thing. So, let's see. What else we get? The Eight of Cups, like another card that I says always pops up for you. This is the Walking Away card. Turning your back on. Staring out into the distance, saying, oh good Lord, could this get any worse? The answer is always yes. Always. The Emperor. Your throne is being threatened. The Chariots. Moving on, moving forward. The Knight of Pentacles. Money. So, there is a Russian connection as well that is still being investigated. So I'm going to go with the Tower Moscow thing. Because the Emperor is usually my Putin card. I think my cards have moved past this being him until now we're talking about Trump. But there is a money connection to something that was once Putin. So this is all coming to a head. This is completion. We got that World card from the last spread. So the Star. It's your hope, your healing. It's your center of attention. Your communication, your quick energy with the Eight of Wands. That's also a card of travel, which happens to be right under the Emperor. And then the Fool right under the Chariot. The Chariot is usually your victory card, or triumph card, self-discipline, but you have none of that, says the Fool. The Star is your hope, communication, and then you, being the Fool. And then the Four of Cups, an offer is being made that you do not like. So I think someone wants you to testify. They will call on you to give a statement or something like that. Of course you won't, because you don't have to. But they want some information from you. Or someone in your orbit. And they're more than likely not going to get it, because, you know, that's the way things are with you. Ten of Swords. Another card we always get. This is the End. That's the defeat card. The Tragedy. The Six of Pentacles. That's your submission. Your begging card. Sometimes it's a giving card, but under the Emperor and the communication, I'm going to go with submission. Queen of Pentacles pops back up under the Fool and the Triumph. So next to the money and the defeat. And then Temperance. So she is going to be called whoever this moneyed woman is. I won't assume it's Ivanka, but I'm going to go with Ivanka. She's going to be called to cooperate with the Temperance. Queen of Swords. There's the Law. Right under your defeat. The Hierophant. That's the Government. Right under your Russia card. Right next to the Law card. Next to the Law and the Hierophant is the Two of Swords. We're at a stalemate. Now we're at a, Mr. President, we would like you to cooperate, and then of course you're not going to. And then the Ideals align with the Lovers card. So whatever the desired outcome is, I think the Law wins this battle in June. So, we have the Walking Away, the Abandonment, the starting of a new project because you're leaving behind an old one. Leaving behind the old one is more than likely. This is my Vladimir Putin card. So the Trump Tower Moscow, there's your self-discipline. It is something around money. This is also a travel card. It's usually across the land though. So since this is overseas, I'll say it's more of a self-discipline and a victory card because you thought you had it in the bag. There's the hope and the healing with the star, communication. There's your Donald Trump card. And then an offer being made. So this is still around his projects in Russia. And he thought it was, you know, like I said, in the bag. Because there's the star, that's the hope and the healing. You had the communication right after that. And then, of course, this was a foolish thing. So there's the Fool card. And it's also a beginning with the Fool. That's the Fool's journey is the tarot. So that's the beginning, and then beginning with an offer attached to it. It's not what you wanted, so that's why the offer is disappointing. There's some defeat, however, with the Ten of Swords. The Six of Pentacles is around money. There's an offer that was made that caused you to lose something else. So, or was not caused you to lose something else. You lost something else because of this, because like I said, it was an offer you didn't actually like. The Queen of Pentacles is on the ropes for information because this is the defeat. So that person has been cornered, trapped like a rat, as they say, and information is what they want from that person with the Six of Pentacles, and cooperation is what they give. The Queen of Swords is usually my Letitia James card, but I'll just call this the law. There's the government. So this is more than just justice. This is Congress as well. So this is not just lawyers and law and police. This is also Congress. There is a stalemate because they want information from you, but they do get it from somewhere around you. And the Eight of Cups, there is an abandonment. There's a walking away from something. The Star card is the center of attention. So this is you actually in this in particular one. So you do walk away from something. It causes a major defeat. It is a loss anyway, so that is why you don't feel so bad about walking away from it. And it involves a Queen of Swords. So there's something probably personal there that you abandon. It's not abandoning a project. This might be abandoning a person. So let's say a Hope Hicks or something is on the line for something. You're going to let them sit out there on their own. The Emperor and communication. Time, money, and information, and then morals. So your connection to those overseas, this is also a travel card for through the air, so this would be overseas. And then your submission to Vladimir Putin is also going to be something that is looked at in June. It's your morals card. There is a travel, so you probably have some more pep rallies to go to. There is you. Once again, this is also the beginning to something. The Queen of Pentacles, and then indecision. So while you're out on your pep rallies is when everything is going to start falling apart. I don't know if you have any planned or not, but you might want to cancel those. I mean, this isn't Sweet Valley High, for God's sake, so you don't really need to go to pep rallies anymore. The methodical nature around the money, it came from somewhere, it's coming from somewhere, so this is like a constant stream. It is some moping around it. There's also some cooperation, compromise with another entity. So this is not us, this is you. So this is probably someone donating to your campaign. That's a campaign donation, which is more than likely a campaign violation, knowing you, because you don't really seem to do things on the up and up. So that's what his June is like. Something is coming to a head. Ivanka is going to be in the crosshairs, metaphorically speaking, and possibly Don as well. So your children are about to meet their match. Oh well.